Tes tes tes. Halo bang Kon. Weh, apa kabar bang? Sehat bang? Dia bangun pagi ya. Mantap mantap. Aku lagi ini ya, ngerjain misi ya. Lah, bentar-bentar ya. Tunggu ya, disensor dulu ya teman-teman. Oke, akhirnya kita masuk juga. Lah, teman. Kita masuk juga ya di Genshin Impact. Aku mau ngelar misi dulu ya. Mau lanjut juga ya yang ngelar misi semalam ya. Lanjut misi dulu lah. Ya udah selesai aja anjir. Mantap.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Tes halo. Sorry ya tadi dipanggil. Kemana bantuin? Pingsan karena kelaparan. Ragu dia. Bisa nyari mana? Ini siapa nih? Inisial mepot kan kampret lah. Nah, ini misi apa anjir? Masa misi ya kayak gini sih daily ya kampret lah. Lah kemana anjir, kok udah balik gini gak jelas nih. Nah. Ya tunggu, aku mau pakai ini lah, pakai capek pakai stick ya, keyboard. Bentar.
Is order.
Witness the power of the rock. Huh? Oh, no, I... Sorrow, Mark 2.
Anjir.
Stay clear, animal testing.
Solidify.
Drain outlines your fleet. Huh? Coming Satar! Spencer! Rolling snow!
Halo bang, halo Akmal. Nanti main Roblox The Mimik lagi nggak bang? Seru. Nanti ya kalau nggak, ntar lah aku nggak bisa kalau malam ini, ntar ada sibuk soalnya ada urusan. Oke. Anjir cepat kali itu sana. Ntar ya kapan-kapan deh. Kalau hari libur mungkin bisa deh, libur ya, tanggal merah atau apa ya. Kamu udah sarapan gak Akmal? Gara-gara semalam anjir. Aduh. Aku itu udah mau tamat apa masih lama kah? Yang kita main semalam itu? Aduh, ini banyak kali musuh.
Order guide you.
Ya aku es lagi elemen. Hari ini libur, hari ini libur Minggu. Aku malamnya kalau bisa, tapi malamnya itu pun nggak tahu sibuk apa nggak, ntar lihat aja ya. Kalau aku nggak sibuk aku on deh. Roblox The Mimik. Kacir aja tuh, galah kampret lah gamenya. Tapi yang kedua tuh penasaran aku, yang itu loh, yang apa namanya, yang saudara itu ya, saudara makan saudara sendiri anjir. Hampir selesai, yang tadi malah sisa 2 kupu-kupu. Iya cuma kita berdua mal. Masalahnya yang lainnya malah sembunyi di lemari udah kayak pakaian. Aduh mana nih? Oh ini misinya.
Solidify.
Enhanced animal monitors. Witness the power. Kuwa. Know my sword.
Oke, semua udah selesai. Udah, kita selesai semua. Alhamdulillah. Kenyangan. Buat sembunyi dari si hantu lonjong kemari pakaian. Ya, oh ya aku tahu kayak gitu, tapi itu loh teman-teman kita aja.
Thank you for coming.
Dari tadi sana tuh mulu ya, nggak mau keluar ya. Sembunyi di lemari pakaian, tapi aku gak takut gitu. Aku mending di itu sih, di tempat yang itu, ruangan-ruangan yang ada ini ya, ada lampunya, selamat ya. Misi dulu ya, target di sini ya misi. Oke. Kita naik UFO dulu ya teman-teman. Wih.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
Udah lah, gak mau pindah.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers
Gak
are
takut, tapi di
tip-top
jam
shape.
scare teriak kayak suara cewek.
They're picking up
Mana
those
dah?
skills unbelievably fast.
Gak seram pun, cuman lonjong doang, kotak-kotak kan tuh ya. Itu bukan aku yang teriak, itu efek ininya, efek mic-nya, mikrofonnya. Bertambah seru mainnya. Kayak cewek anjir.
Is that they're always
Kampret
going
nih.
out drinking at night, but they never let us join them. I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. As soon as the rain stopped, they went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it,
Saja
let them
mereka
at
masih
it.
udah anjir.
Interesting.
Kita ngobrol di tempat
Let's
lain.
go talk somewhere else.
Nanti main game tai pembunuh pop killer. Game apa itu? Tai pembunuh pop killer.
Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story.
Ceritanya.
I'll wager they've been going to intelligence
Wan aku itu
updates.
mereka pasti kalau
Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
kita sudah jadi mata-mata ya. Game horor, walah.
Hurry, we gotta catch up.
Kesana aja kejar.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Mana? Mana jalannya pecah? Oh sini tuh. Lah. Kira kan sana tadi pecah.
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that
Aku lihat
abandoned
jaraknya,
house.
aku udah setuju ke rumah rusak itu. Ngapain anjir rumah ke gubuknya? Tidak ada apa-apa.
Looks like we were too
Ini
late.
kita keluar.
This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. Look at these ashes. Someone was burning documents not long before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff
Ini
Forge?
gimana nih?
They've gotta go back there sooner or later.
Nah. Tes suara aku dengar.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were
Susah
based
anjir.
here at one point,
Ribut suara
but it's
kliknya
still
kayak
impossible
ASMR.
now.
Iya anjir, masalahnya ini apa namanya? Keyboardku bunyi-bunyi suaranya. Belum tentu jelas mic kamu.
To me, that says that
Berbunyi-bunyi ya
whoever's
keyboardku
behind
kampret
this is
dong.
moving somewhere
Tapi nggak
else
apalah.
to throw our investigation off.
Pakai aja apa yang ada ya. Semua sudah bidang. Nanti pakai kita.
Darn! Guess this is where our trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different odors when they're burned.
Oh iya, kok hebat kali dia bisa mencium kertas anjir.
Really?
Mengendus kertas ya emang ya.
I can't smell anything. Do you
Kalau
smell
kamu
anything?
aku mencium sedikit wangian.
There is a certain place with a freezing cold
Si ini
climate,
si
but there's
kater
nothing
kita
but
malah
ice as
ini ya
far as
mencium
the
bau
eye
harum
can
ini ya
see.
pasti. Si Jalan ya, parah emang. Tidak ada apa-apa.
Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned,
Bahkan ngelabuk ya
this
tinggal kan.
is the exact
Stand
odor that
Snes
leaves
Hai ya,
behind.
Fatui ini.
Exactly.
Betul sekali.
The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind.
Waktu
since
itu
nothing
ya
can
apa
be
namanya tuh
tested.
kriminal ya, manusia kriminal. Manusia kriminal lagi. Yang kriminal.
But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wen Yuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Zhi-Yi's regular contacts. Since Zhi-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhi-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Zhi-Yi once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me. No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yelan, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on
yang
some
kuat.
solid
Aduh,
evidence.
nggak bisa ini.
Well,
Ya,
any suggestions?
kirim orang untuk membuktikan mereka tangkap pas waktu mereka lagi bertemu.
Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhi-Yi, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, some tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yohai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next. Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Apa nih? Bukan bagus apa? Udah selesai? Oh belum. Karena memakai waktu ya. Udah warudo ya. Jam 11, 9, 11. Hari ini besok. Nah, sih jam 9. Oke. Kita menghentikan waktu ya. Aku nggak suka Genshin, kui Roblox. Halo Angga, apa kabar? Sehat? Mantap, bangun pagi ya. Mantap. Lala, orang aku mati aja.
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tian entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it.
Qianwei has many pioneering ideas,
Mantap.
but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people.
Ini juga sih gue sih
Mingguo
main Roblox
is
ntar
reliable,
ditinggalin
but
kampret.
he's quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality,
Mingguo.
he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi-Yi is evenly balanced across the board and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi-Yi to the Liyue Qixing.
What?
Oh, Congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents. Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood. This is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Jur-E, you'll have some preparation to
banyak
do.
hal kamu
It won't be long before you're informed of your
Aku harap
official
kamu akan kerja
appointment.
keras.
I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tien proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word. I should go. I need to pack my things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
Count me out. I'm not in the
Gak
mood
mood,
for celebration.
ngambek langsung.
Juri seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly
Kurang
does
apa
that
ada
guy
ini?
have that I don't? If you can't answer that, I'm not accepting this result.
Terima kasih.
I also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh no, if we get stuck here, we won't be able to leave.
Follow him.
Yes, ma'am.
We finally got rid of them.
Lady Yelan, jury has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Juri really sided with the Fatui? But Uncle Tien
kan
thinks so
cukup bagus.
highly of him. Why would he do this?
Difficult to say, but everything should become a lot clearer when we find him.
Bentar, aku mau ke WC bentar.
May the Lord of Geo protect you and fortune find you.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Tes. Woi, Roblox. Alhamdulillah. Roblox apa nih? Kocak. Kapan nih?
Sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him. He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates? I guess Juri didn't let his guard down. Still,
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
what? How?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tien himself. Evading detection is not an unusual skill for him to have. If I'd asked you to tail Uncle Tien, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Shinue kiosk. We only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check without blowing our cover.
Sekarang aja bang. Oh nggak bisa lah. Kocak. Gak sekarang lah malah bisa. Main horror siang-siang kadang. Kan nggak takut. Nggak seru. Keluar gue rasa itu deh. Ntar lah kapan-kapan termalam ya.
I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far. Another option would have been to arrest him there and then. Without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Dupe, and I stayed here to wait for you while that meathead went to ask around in Shinue kiosk.
Good work. The fish didn't take the bait, but that's okay. As long as he's still swimming
Bukan
around,
lemas kocak. Ada orang, ada ini kok, ada ibuku. Nah barulah. Nah akhirnya ibu, ada ibuku kocak, nggak bisa ribut-ribut. Ntar aku nih di ini, ntar dibanting loh. Udah jelas kan suaraku sekarang kan? Tidak tercoba tapi.
Let's go to Shinue kiosk.
Kita ke kios. Ngapain ya anjir? Datang. Aku lihat nomor meja reservasi Anda. Bisakah aku masuk makanan? Anjir, masuk makanan. Tunggu, masuk gimana? Sampai jumpa dulu ya. Oke. Sorry tadi ada ibuku tadi.
A guy like him comes, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
Cuma diamkan saja.
Our customers are
Pelanggan kami bebas memakai baju yang
What
disukai
grounds
apa.
would I have to question him?
Okay, fair enough, but didn't you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question.
Apa yang dibelinya
What
waktu
did he buy
dia di
while
sini?
he was here?
Oh, he didn't buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago. He was only here today to pick it up.
Liquor and wineware. I see. Let's go.
Where to?
Shibu Antiques.
Buset, gigi kali detailnya. Lanjir jauh kali, kocak mah. Alhamdulillah.
Hey, Miss Minlong. Sorry to bother you. Zhi ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So it's
Sure. Which model are you looking for?
Bang, nama lu siapa bang? Namaku Penom.
we don't really
Salam
know
kenal
a
ya,
lot
Angga?
about wineware. Let's just go with
Tidak.
Zhi's choice. Would you be
Yeah.
able to show us the one he bought?
Zhi picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Zhi has taken one, I'm afraid...
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Zhi's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr. Zhi bought 2.
Okay. Thanks, Lin Long. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Bang aja ribut abangnya. Iya kan namaku Penom.
Well, don't take too
Namaku
long.
Muhammad Penom.
Any day now.
Muhammad
Alright,
Penom,
see
tapi
you
jangan
next
terlalu
time.
lama. Gak bisa kemana saja. Baiklah, sampai jumpa lagi. Gak jadi beli, bilangnya gak beli anjir, cuma nyari-nyariin
This
dong.
is turning into a real headache.
Kepala.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grand Master of Fieldwork here to thank for being wholly incapable of tailing an ordinary civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any better.
Malah ini bertengkar anjir.
My specialty is information trading, okay? I don't have the physical agility. What's your excuse?
Fair point.
Manu akal.
Elon, so is the plan failed?
Wah, parah ya, enggak toksik ya. Dengan internet gitu.
Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Kasih Like anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jerry isn't much of a drinker.
Kamu minum dia bakal
On
benci
some
alkohol
level,
karena
he
kejadian
hates
ayahnya.
alcohol because of what it did to his father.
Berarti fix
If
nih
he was just
Fatui nih.
looking to celebrate by himself, he wouldn't spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No, this is a victory feast, held in honor of Jerry's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high
Gue yang berharap abang live main Roblox malah main Genshin game wibu. Anjir. Game wibu ya. Tidak apa-apa menjadi wibu. Aman dan tentram. Jadi perlu perhatian.
Now where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have both locations surrounded. Take as many people as you need.
Lady Yelan, is it time for us to make our move? If so, you can count me in.
Get with the program, would you? This is a covert surveillance operation. Jury may be vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Jerry bought that liquor for and follow them instead!
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware, but don't you see? Jury is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves. Stick to your orders, and make sure we're covering all other bases too. Anywhere else Jury might be going. I want eyes on those locations.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you at the tea house. If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yanshan Tea House.
Kesannya mengumpung ini ya. Orang kriminal nih. Fatui. Lah kok tempatnya di sini? Bang Aman tinggal di mana? Tinggal di Indonesia enggak?
Yusupov just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Jerry mentioned in his manifesto.
It looks like that's where they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we
Oh
gotta
iya
get
bang,
them.
putar lagu adem aja sambil main. Putar lagu adem, lagu apa nih? Aku nggak tahu lagu adem.
Let's go.
Lagu adem ya, tuh bentar. Ya ada lagu adem nih. Dulu kan kepencet kan bentar. Selain dulu. Nih bentar ya, aku cari lagu adem ya. Bentar ya, sabar ya. Nah.
Memperkenalkan,
Anjir malah iklan kocak gimang ya.
dengan
So this is a day in the life of a traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
bentar. Oke, dah. Udah denger kan lagunya? Apa belum ya? Wah, adem banget iklannya. Malah iklan anjir. Udah denger kan lagunya? Bang, telat nggak? Oh, nggak Teguh, kamu selalu telat kok. Bang, hati-hati copyright. Wah, santuy, nggak copyright ini kok. Kata mama nggak copyright. Bang, aku mau baca PPT lagi. Semangat ya Teguh. Sialan baru banget. Baru bangun. Mantap Teguh. Duh, ini 10. Ikut aku. Mana anjir? Kita mau dibobok sama ini ya, Tante Yelan ya. Tapi mana diboboknya? Di tempat ini dulu pernah dikembangkan, tapi bagian dalamnya mirip seperti labirin. Aku tidak berani jamin kita tetap selamat. Kok lagunya lagu sedih anjir, padahal ini lagi petualangan gitu. Bang, aku pensi ML. Widih, mantap. Aku aja pernah meninggalkan rute darurat. Kalau kita bisa mendapatkan rutenya, perjalanan kita akan lebih mudah.
Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yelan, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first.
Ketiak wangi. Parah ya, setuju ya. Sus ya. Gak ada urusan lain ketika kita bisa mereka, tapi mereka akan bergabung. Kita dibawa Tante Yelan ya ke hutan ya. Kamu diapain kita? Lah ini ngapain anjir? Solo disuruh elemen apa bocah? Boleh aja. Op. Waduh, coba Yelan dong kita, mantap.
Absorption test. Stand clear.
Gacha. Sah. Anjay. Bang, gacha Yelan. Udah dapat kok.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines the fate. Swirl, mark 2.
Aduh, salah dong 5 lah. Lah. Anjay, gayanya tuh loh. Bisa. Capek lari, capek jalan, larilah. Lah kemana anjir pergi? Ini rence berapa anjir? Tefak, konsilasi, talenta. Salah jalan neng. Sini anjir. Ya bentar ya, matiin dulu lagunya ya. Takutnya tiba iklan. Tuh, salah dong. Ini dulu, nah ini.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight.
Teka-teki kah?
Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Oh enggak. Wah anjay, bisa terbang ya. Apa ini? Oh. Satu lagi mana? Habisin dulu lah ini. Mampus. Anjir masih berguling-guling ya. Kan nih. Langsung jadi patung ya. Kan. Nah, lampu satu lagi mana ya? Ini satu kurang ya. Untuk sana mungkin. Oh iya itu deh.
Water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
Gitu rupanya mekanismenya. Oh. Ini kayak ilahi ya. Lah nggak ada apa-apa anjir. Nah, apa di sini kocak? Masih? Oh sini. No, mana lagunya? Nanti santuy nanti lo. Sabar ya. Ini aku mau coba dengar dulu misi apa nih. Ada dia orang.
Absorption test. Animal test 60.
Tuh mama. Nah, ini apa disuruh ngapain? Lah ini suruh ngapain anjir? Ngapain lah? Ini suruh ngapain? What? Disuruh ngapain ya? Ada yang tahu kah teman-teman? Teman-teman sekalian? Itu ngapain anjir? Lah nggak ada tandanya. Lah, lu ngapain anjir? Kan teka-tekinya pusing kali buset. Malah berenang anjir. Kan. Oh, nyari api ini toh. Dicari dan nih api dua ini di mana semua? Oh, ini ke atas tadi. Tunggu. Ini ngapain ya? Lah. Lah bisa naik. Lah bisa naik. Anjir. Oh, untung aja. Mana sih? Suruh ngapain? Itu disuruh ngapain? Ya ampun. Oh, dipencet, kocak lah. Iya. Oh gini topik. Dapat satu. Gerak. Oh. Ini kenapa kamu gerak ya? Pindah. Gerak, kenapa mau gerak? Gara-gara ini kah? Sini. Lah, kok nggak mau? Oh ini dia. Salah. Oh, nggak mau. Nah. Lah ini nggak mau digeser anjir, terus gimana kocak. Nah, harus geser dulu ini ke sini. Nah, baru. What? Wow, oke.
Take flight.
Kenapa kasih rampak air itu aja ya?
The
Tampung
water
air.
flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
Harus dorong tuh. Oh iya, dorong ke sini nih. Nah ini dorong, nggak bisa dorong dulu ke sana dulu. Ini gimana ya? Tunggu, ini gimana ya? Kalau aku dorong ke sini, ke sana. Bang, gak main POW. Udah tamat ya tuh gue. 5 tahun lagi aku maininnya. Oh iya, ngerti. Ini dorong ke sini, kan? Ke sini, dorong ke sini.
The door is open. Let's go.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Kan di batu ya. Langsung jadi batu ya.
Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test. Stand clear. Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Coming to art. Sumetsu.
Oh, mana dia?
Snow.
Anjir, nyangkut.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Sorry.
Ini
That
masih
went
belum
down the
biasa
wrong
Roblox.
way. I've never drunk
2 tahun lagi ya enggak?
It'll take me some getting
Roblox.
used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one class? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup.
Gurunya wah.
Come on, another round. Less talking,
Kayak
more
Elan ya,
drinking.
parah anjir.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Look, I know it has not been easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your
Goblok.
hard work.
2 tahun lagi enggak?
But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people.
Anjir senang deh.
I mean, the poison we brought
Langsung
from
auto
Snezhnaya
smile
is
ya.
as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison, and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh yeah. You said the soup's
Bang,
fishy
oi,
flavor
apa tuh gue?
neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result.
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
Angga, kamu spam.
You have performed excellently. The
Bang,
Fatui
Roblox
will
lah.
continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your
Atau
position as
Minecraft.
Tianshu.
Minecraft.
Of course,
Minecraft,
this is as
anjir.
long as you
Aku mau main
continue
FF nih.
to do as we
Udah mau nggak?
instruct.
Bisa waktu itu. Saja sama kamu.
Aside from Qingshu Pool, we also have some other requests
Singku,
for
selain
you, which
Singku
we will
Pool.
inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jurye's doing. What a nasty guy.
Anjir. FF. Oh iyalah bisa jumpsuit. Gak suka gua. WGG tuh game legenda nomor 1 ya. Terlegenda. Terkenal nomor 1 ya.
Hold on. Did you bring the camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Wah, kita di foto ya dia.
Excellent.
Anggur
liquor.
mantap. Dah. Anggur yang mantap.
We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, but soon everything will be taken care of. I remember when I first saw you. I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
How could I forget? You said a lowly commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu. No matter how, the only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes, under normal circumstances.
Wah, ini
the gap
di
between
apa
you
meh?
and other people could only ever
Salah ini
grow
salah
wider over
kaprah ya.
time. Just look at your two
Sesat ya
competitors.
jalan dia.
Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Boa had reputation. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want.
Uncle Gao said that Jur-E has no
Bang, nggak
self-esteem.
ngantuk.
Seems he was
Nggak
right.
teguh. Aku udah segar bugar ya. Paman Gao bilang Kozi tidak percaya diri seperti dia, benar.
He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish.
Aku nggak
over
ngantuk
time.
karena ini ya, mataku
So,
fresh ya
he
melihat sesuatu ya.
persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on, fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill.
Aku wak.
Make sure to get me home safely,
Anjir,
eh?
Bang Ali wak.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass.
Aku
If you
bawakan
like
lagi
it, I
untuk
can
lain
bring
kali.
some more next time.
Mataku pusing gara-gara ML semua.
This is the good stuff.
Pasti enggak, kamu keren banget. Mampus diracunin kan.
You poisoned my wine?
Makasih tapi guruku lebih keren.
You seem
Enggak.
surprised, Mr. Yusupov. How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I'd put myself through all that just to become your little puppet?
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no explanation, the embassy will come after you. They'll get to the bottom of this.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui planted undercover agents in the Black Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention,
Bang, dia kok ngesot. Habis ini ya, habis diracunin dia. Ngomong kayak ragil. Iya anjir, kayak ragil, geli aku denger ya. Kampret emang. Kayak ragil anjir suaranya. Segera membatalkan rencana. Tadi lugu-lugu anjir. Tiba-tiba kayak ragil, geli ya. Dirasuki ragil.
Do you really think you're gonna get away with this? The Fatui has a record of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us. Even after I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your
Sudah
position
mengucap
for a
isimu.
long
Anjir nih gimana ya? Penjahat di dalam penjahat gitu. Kira penjahatnya ini, yang si itu tadi. Lupa ini, gue ini. Rupanya ini juga sama itu anjir banyak kali. Masuk terakhir.
Relax. It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice.
Lihat anjir kayaknya kayak orang baik kayak lu gue.
Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
Wis, wah. Untung udah ada Yelan ya. Ayo lu. Panik gak? Panik lah, masa enggak? Oke gas, mau lihat orang yang panik, mana yang panik ya?
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, Miss Yelan.
Anjir, papa rugu anjir.
I happened to
Setelah
discover a
menemukan
Fatui
sebuah operasi
operation here,
Fatui di sini,
so I
jadi aku
approached them on the
mendekati.
pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
This is how you want to play it, huh?
Mampus lu.
Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. Jur-E, clever people can always come up with a good excuse.
Dia malah nanya
While
balik
you
ya,
might be able to
kocak.
get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most. So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough.
Mampus lu, bang, kapan main Walking Dead? Betul lagi ya.
Whatever you do, patience will
Sabar, kamu tidak akan dapat apa-apa.
I was just like
Dulu sepertimu.
desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way we planned.
Rencana tuh segala sesuatu tidak ada yang mulus ya.
You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy.
Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, we'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Anjir. Wah, Elan segera Mbozoi.
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yanshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry, as long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest. See you tomorrow.
Ya selesai kah? Oh belum ya? tunggu besok ya jam 8 ya. Kita menggunakan Zawarudo dulu ya. Jam 8. Lusa, besok sekarang besok kan. Oke. Jam 8. Lah kok ini mati. Bentar ya. Oke. Tunggu bentar. Oh, mati anjir. Nah.
There is now
Wah,
no
ada sini,
poison left
Baizu
in
tidak
his
ada.
system. But recovery from the damage
Tidak akan pulih
already
dalam
done
semalam.
will not happen overnight.
Dr. Baiju, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get
Wah, ada
plenty of rest and
Bapak
avoid
Kiki. Nah iya,
overexerting
Bapak
yourself
Kiki ya.
while you're recovering.
Ingat banyak istirahat dan jangan memaksakan diri sedang memaksakan diri. Wah.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much.
Nah, ngomong deh ke kita, cuma gini aja. Ngomong kepala.
You're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all.
Hey,
Yelan. Otomatis lah.
My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Shenwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude. People can change their loyalties easily. I've always known this. But whenever it
Kasian
happens,
kali ya. Padahal ini guru-guru yang tadi itu loh, yang ngajarin dia malah diracunin anjir.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Zhi, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Zhi was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Shinue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before
Bang,
delivering
aku
it to
ngantuk.
him.
Tidur
He also
teguh, turu
installed a
turu turu.
secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the
Bang,
compartment
salto
into
ye,
the liquor.
salto ye,
Afterwards, we also found he
yelennya,
had an antidote on him.
salto.
Had the Fatui official
Dia
grown
punya berapa racun?
suspicious, Jur-E would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced
Dia
serious health
minum.
consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Jerry now?
Well, I mean, he's sitting
Ini
in a
dia
jail cell.
kata V, siapa
Like
yang melanggar
Enfe
hukum
says,
harus membayar harga ya.
everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Jur-E's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought
Well, did you?
almost.
Terus saya ngaji pas kabur
Unfortunately,
saat
I slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your
Ya.
plan succeed?
cuma
We
aja.
got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away. But knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role, as Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger. All right, I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days, and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Ya, tamat nih. Oke, akhirnya teman-teman sudah tamat ya. Selesai juga ceritanya ya. Walaupun turu ya. Aku mau ini juga ya, mau off juga ya, mau makan dulu ya. Thank you ya teman-teman yang udah mau mampir, mau datang. Thank you Bang Teguh, thank you Akmal, thank you Angga, thank you Bang Kon. Kasih ya udah nonton ya. Aku mau off dulu ya. Bye bye semua ya. Dadah.